All right, today's tool review is a mini chainsaw. The brand is SeeSii or SeeSii. Okay, so what we get is instruction manual, some gloves, a chain, a file, 2 files, a brush, tool, oil distributor. We got the handle, safety glasses. Let's get these right out as we go, maybe. Safety glasses right there. We got our first battery, second battery. We got our charger, and then we get the chainsaw itself. So a couple things that are different with this one than most of them is this will actually take oil. So it's got this sheath onto it. This is an 8-inch mini chainsaw. So it has a safety lock on this right here. So, all right, the handle will screw right into here. So I like this, so it's not going to have that jump. They all have a kickback on these. I'm thinking this will give you a little more support when you're cutting this. I'm not big on handles, but I think this definitely will probably help for this tool right here. You know, these mini chainsaws are really handy because you can put them behind the seat of your truck. You can put them in a toolbox. They come in these cases. They hold a charge for a very long time. They're really super handy to use. They're easy to use. So if you're just trying to cut a couple branches on the side of the road, or, you know, I've cut on a 6-inch one, a 6-inch piece, so I'm assuming you can cut an 8-inch piece on this. We'll try this out in a little bit, but yeah, definitely excited to use this for sure. The oil, you unscrew this right here. They give you this little thing to pour the oil in. I know a lot of people have small little jugs of barn oil. However, this is usually what we use, or we use straight motor oil too, depending on the time of the year and everything. It all works. We cut a lot of firewood throughout the year and stuff like that. My father has an outdoor wood stove. I have an indoor boiler. We use a lot of chainsaws and a lot of cutting. So let's trying to think how I can do this without making a huge mess on this, but this is not going to do anything. You know, the time that it would take you to use this is the only thing I'm going to say is a downside, is this little oiler tube. I mean, we'll keep it in the case, but in the gloves, generally, when they send this is for a small person. You can see my hands are over this. I mean, I know it stretches, but it's tight. I'm already tearing the sides of these out. So, I mean, if you're hoping for good gloves, you're not going to get anything other than some cotton-lined white gloves. So we're gonna get some oil into this. So let's see if I can find a funnel, and we'll pour some oil down on this. All right, so long story short, we don't have a small enough funnel that's gonna fit into this. It is what it is. So go slow and easy. It says not to overfill this at all. All right, so we got the oil into this now. I put the cap back on. I've given it a couple pumps. I'm not 100% sure. So let's actually try to fire this up and see what this will do. I'm assuming this will have some type of charge in this. And we can tell right here on this piece once it's in. So this is flat dead. Let's see if this one will do anything. Okay, so we got a half charge on this, so. Okay, so a couple things. There's a light to this, so that can be handy for, you know, it's in the middle of the dark here and we're trying to do that. Feels like the oil is going over that. I should have felt the chain prior to see how well it really was. So we're gonna go outside, we're gonna go give this a try. It's pretty windy out, so I'm probably gonna cut the audio and we'll cut a couple pieces up and see how this does. I'm pretty excited for this, so let's go get at it. The battery's starting to die on this. Like I said, it wasn't fully charged when we started. So we're gonna have to go back, charge this all up. I should have done that before it came out here. So we'll just cut the video, act like it's fully charged, and we'll come back. All right, so I've charged it up now, so we got a full battery. So I'm gonna cut up this old birch tree right now, try a couple different things, show you guys how it works. So. So, I mean, we just chopped up that birch tree. I'm going to use that for firewood, and my father, one of us, will throw that in the boiler. I mean, it cuts it right up. It did a good job. Just kind of trim some of these branches so you guys can kind of see how this works. This is a really good saw. I mean, no, you're not going to cut, you know, your whole firewood with this by no means, but this is really handy to have on the back of a four-wheeler, in the back of your truck, side by side, whatever it may be, so you can, you know, take care of whatever your needs are, whether they're branches down and whatever, you know. Yeah, so I definitely recommend a mini chainsaw. I think it's really handy. I think it can come in use so many different ways. I really like this one a lot. This has probably been my favorite mini chainsaw. And I think because I'm doing this video, I'm going to do some other ones, kind of compare the differences. I have one that's a pole saw. I have this one, and I have a 6-inch version of this without the handle, oil, and I really have to say this is probably my favorite. One, it's a little bigger, lot more control on this, a lot more control. I like that you can pump this up, it gets the oil around here, so I definitely enjoy this one quite a bit, and I definitely will be using all of them, truthfully, just because they are handy to have. Keep them behind the back seat of the truck, in the toolbox, in the wheeler, whatever it may be. These are really handy.